I got the new Craven movie. Fucking perfect quality.
All you could hear were the crickets in the house. Mom used to sing to us around 5.
It's gonna be a good ass movie. I am 28 minutes in. Let me go back just a little bit real quick. Something that just popped in my mind. All of us that have been through shit, that have survived what the police done to us, what the gang stalkers done to us, what the snitches, police informants, rats, and police officers, family members, and our families have done to us. Basically, it is that some of us did wrong. Some of us didn't do a goddamn thing at all, but try to help other people and go through law school and business school. Try to figure out how to better myself and maybe start and establish something that will make my dad proud of me before he dies, like the businesses that I established and went through all the schooling and classes and seminars to figure out how to get EINs and Brad and Dunn street numbers and do everything legally the right way. But within letting these people, because that's all they are, is people, not even good people, not even healthy people, not even wealthy or intelligent or educated people, put their hands on us and kidnap us and abuse us, is that what they did was completely okay. There was nothing wrong with what they did to us. There's nothing wrong with an uneducated Igor that I went to school with, that was in special classrooms, that does nothing but eat and eat and eat and eat.
The EMTs found that card in your pocket.
Come in my parents' house and assault me and kidnap me and abuse me and smother me in that fucking couch.
But I didn't see you.
Him still being free and wearing that fuckboy ass police uniform and getting paid every goddamn week sends him a message that what he did to me and everybody else, including the people that he's killed, is that what they are doing is okay.
Why did you not shoot?
They're not helping people, and that is the job title, public servant. They're abusing people. They're raping people. They're giving girls charges. They're abusing girls. They're locking girls up. Because maybe them girls will get the message that it would be a good idea to suck dick and fuck when they need girls to suck dick and fuck. Or they're going to get their fucking asses beat and they're going to get charges so they can never fucking get a job. So they will never be able to take care of themselves, and they will never not have drugs in their lives, and their families will never want shit to do with them ever again, because they will make sure that girls and my family would never want anything to do with me ever again, because every person that I got around had a bowl, a blunt, a bag, or a fucking pipe. Now that I get everybody on camera, don't nobody want to be in my presence. Don't nobody want to bring no bags or bowls or pipes, or make sure that I am high, and make sure that drugs are being done in my presence to make sure that I cannot pass a piss test. Wesley Blake Todd, Casey Lee Couch, have always made sure that there are drugs in my presence, being done in my presence, being smoked in my presence. And the only time they ever want anything to do with me, damn near 9 times out of 10, it involves them using me, abusing me, lying to me, and they always make sure that they hit a pipe or smoke a blunt or something of that nature in my presence, especially when I don't do that shit. Smoke weed for anxiety and creativity. I can't smoke weed no more. After the car wreck that I had, that was caused by somebody loosening my mom's brake caliper bolts on the driver's side, because somebody had already loosened them on the passenger side and the tire locked up, but luckily I was just driving around Tarrant And I had to drive the car home in reverse because for some reason the tire was locked up and wouldn't roll forward, but the tire would roll backwards. So I had to drive like 2 miles home in reverse. Which is not a problem to me because I am a driver. But the other people that did it too, probably killed. Now, when my mom's car killed me, basically, in the car wreck, it was because somebody fucked with her brake caliper bolt on the driver's side. And somebody also had something put on the car where they could kill it at any time they wanted to. Or either her car was just dying over and over and over again. Everywhere but around the house, you know what I'm saying? Her car made sure that it would cut off a distance so far that I would have to call a tow truck, you know what I'm saying? Her car was towed more times than we have ever had anything towed in history in a matter of weeks leading up to the car wreck that ended my life. Or my cover. Or the life that I was living, full of people that kept calling me, needing a ride. Well, they never had gas money. And I was giving people a fucking ride before they came out with Uber, but my truck and my mom's car wasn't new enough for me to be employed and make money with Uber. And I've always ran to people because people make the shit sound really appealing for me to get out of the house and go. And aside from me running people around that need a ride, I am sitting here with nothing to fucking do, waiting on somebody to need me. When I was a teenager, I was waiting on Jeff Kahn to need me. I was waiting on contractors to need me. To pull and carry the weight that they could not and that they did not want to. So basically I was like the bitch. Had no problem with that because being the bitch and the slave made me rock fucking solid. If you're in a car and somebody, I don't know, say has meth or crack or something like that in one of these, even THC in one of these, and you're driving, and you breathe that smoke, you're inevitably going to get high, contact high. And I've been around a whole bunch of pieces of shit that make sure that I got contact high. But I was also on so many drugs at the time, using them as a prescription, that their contact high that they used to take advantage of people didn't do a goddamn thing to me.
You know there's planes and trains about, don't you?
It turned them into fucking retards.
You on the run?
Because they didn't have a prescription of Adderall.
Come on.
See what I'm saying? And I did. Which means I was taking Adderall when they were trying to get me contact high on meth. When I was younger, I smoked more weed than anybody I know could possibly ever afford to smoke. And I only spent $5 a day on weed. I built my body and my mind up to combat the shit that I seen coming 10 years before it came. Because I watch movies and I listen to music and I see people and I see the direction that the world and public and everything around me is going. Which is also why I used to spend shit tons of money on bullets so I could go target practice at ranges. And what are you doing, locking the truck? Huh? Locking the truck. I actually got a clean copy, and it's a 4 fucking gigabyte movie. I can't believe it actually let me put it on the hard drive. But this is a very good fucking copy. It's 1080p. But what I'm getting at is the fact that all these people that have done all this shit to us are still living freely, having gotten away with everything they did to us while everybody was watching it be done to us, including the fuckboy ass police that have not even been through law school. So basically, we just have uneducated people that couldn't even graduate high school. They're not smart enough to work at a real job, that do not have any desire to work hard or anything like that, wearing uniforms, recruiting by the day. But they don't want people like me because I don't know why, actually. I'm not going to lie to protect anybody else. See what I'm saying? I'm not going to violate people. I'm not trying to break people or traumatize people. I'm not trying to scare people, and I'm not trying to scar people for life. And I have no fucking desire to know anybody's social security number but my own, because I'm not a criminal. I'm not a scammer. I'm not a fraud committing piece of shit. I do not violate people's rights. I do not assault people. I do not hurt people. I do not neglect people. And I do not disrespect people. So that pretty much counts me out of ever being in a police uniform while the world is like it is now. But with the people that they are allowing to think that they have diplomatic immunity because they work for a police department or a sheriff's department, are getting deeper and deeper into becoming masters of what they do to people, which means kidnapping, killing, violating, raping, pillaging. Basically, they're like Vikings, ain't they? And a bunch of them came from wheelchairs and shit like that. A bunch of them could not get out of the fucking bed if they didn't have that dope that they're putting in their bodies every day to be able to be the functional people that they are. See what I'm saying? Well, then letting a cop repeatedly arrest somebody, and people that they didn't stop from beating the fucking life or shit out of somebody else, which means they did not arrest somebody that was in an altercation, hurting somebody or any of that shit, because every time I was arrested, I was at my house arguing with my parents, physically arguing. And they can also give you a domestic assault charge for hollering at somebody, even though they can't. But I mean, you know, as deep as they are, they can pretty much give you a fucking charge for looking the wrong way, can't they? They can pretty much give you a charge for saying the wrong fucking words that their retarded ass ears do not like to hear, can't they? So basically, are we going to the people, we the people, in this United States of America that is run by the people, when it's run the right way, where only blue lives matter and only black lives matter, and don't nobody give no fuck about white lives, because ours don't matter. All that it would take is for us to say no more. You know what I'm saying? We start having city hall meetings talking about what's going on. If there's a drug dealer, everybody knows who that fucking drug dealer is. So that means that people are allowing that person to be the drug dealer. See what I'm saying? Where do the pills come from? Old people. Because when I was waiting to get into pain management, my pills were coming from an old person that was getting them from an old person. Without that old person having the drugs, I would have had no way to get them, because they ain't giving me no fucking Loratabs, and they damn sure ain't giving me enough pills to where I could fucking sell them and take them. See what I'm saying? I get 60 pills a month, and that is not nearly enough, because you were supposed to take a pain pill that is 5 to 10 milligrams, which would be a oxycodone or a hydrocodone, every 4 to 6 hours as needed for pain. And I have 2 milligrams of Suboxones that I can take 2 times a day. Sometimes, depending on what I'm doing, I might need to take both of them pills at one time, and I might need another one after that, depending on what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Are we going to keep letting these criminals multiply and get away with the shit that they're doing, thinking that they are on deployment? They're fucking public servants wearing clothes they would not be able to wear if your taxes wasn't cut. Driving a vehicle they wouldn't be able to drive if your taxes weren't cut. Living a life, eating food they would not be able to eat if your taxes weren't cut. So that means you stop paying taxes and there are no more fucking cops.